and we'll see about nested loop. Now what is nested loop? Loop within a loop is called as a nested loop. What do you mean by this? So let's take you have an for loop or while loop or do while loop. Within this loop, if you take here another loop, then that is called as a nested loop. Now how do this works? Now what I'll do is I'll take a for loop where I'll initialize here I equals to 1, I is less than or equal to 3, and then here I plus plus. Here I'll take within this for loop, I'll take one more loop, that is j is equals to 1 and j is less than or equal to 5 and j plus plus. So before this I'll give a printf /n high %d, I'll display our I value. Whereas here within this for inside inner for, here will display I and j value /n %d that is I comma j. Close this inner loop. Outside the inner loop, when you come out of that inner loop, we'll display our by I value. So just we'll analyze how exactly this code is going to work. What we have done is I has been initialized to 1. I has been initialized to 1. 1 is less than or equal to 3. The condition is true. So comes down and display a printf high I value. So it will display here as high 1. And after that comes to the for statement j equals to 1. So j has been initialized to 1. And 1 is less than or equal to 5 true. So printf I and j value. Both I and j is displayed. I is 1 and j is 1. So 1 and 1 is displayed. And then after that again go back. Okay, so this is an inner loop. Okay, this is an inner loop, whereas this one is an outer loop. This one is an inner loop, this is an outer loop. So now when it goes back, it doesn't go and increment I value. First it goes to the inner loop expression 3 where j value is incremented. So j is made as in 2 now. And 2 is less than or equal to 5 true, printf I and j. So this time it will display 1 and 2. Then again go back j plus plus, so j becomes 3. 3 is less than or equal to 5 true, so it will display 1 and 3. The next time when j value is 4, so it will display 1 and 4. When j value is 5 and comes and checks here 5 is less than or equal to 5, it is equal, then it comes down and display 1 and 5. After displaying 1 and 5, when it goes back j plus plus, j is going to be a 6. And this condition now it's going to be false. Because 6 is less than or equal to 5, the condition is going to be false. It comes out of the for statement. And it will display a printf by I value. So it will display a by I value is 1, so 1 is displayed. So after that, it goes back with the outer for and increment an expression 3 of an outer. I plus plus, this time I value is going to be a 2. And 2 is less than or equal to 3, the condition is true. And once again it will display as an I 2. And it comes down for the for statement, j value once again it will start from 1. It's going to be a fresh entry for this inner for, where j value starts from 1. 1 is less than or equal to 5 true, so it comes down and display a printf I and j. I and j is going to be at this time 2 and 1. Same when j value is 2, it will display a 2 and 2. Same way 2 and 3 and 2 and 4 and 2 and 5. That means this inner loop every time it is executing 5 times. And when you come out, it will display here as an by I value is 2. Then again go with an outer loop. I is incremented, I becomes 3, and this 3 is less than or equal to 3, it is equal to, then once again display as a high I value. So it will display a high 3. And then it will get into once again the inner loop for j is equals to 1. So once again it will display here as an 3 1, 3 2, 3 3, 3 4, 3 5. And after coming out of the loop, it will display here as by 3. And then when now it goes with the outer loop expression 3, I plus plus, this time I is 4, and 4 is less than or equal to 3, the condition is false. That time it comes out of the outer loop and stops the program. This printf high I and printf by I are the part of an outer loop statements, and also this for. Whereas this printf I and j is of an inner loop statement. these are all nothing but outer loop statements, whereas this one is an inner loop statement. If this outer loop is going for m times and the inner loop is going for n times, then the outer loop statements will get executed m times. Okay, if outer loop statements will get executed m times, whereas inner loop statements will get executed m into n times. How many times this printf statement has got executed? So here 5, 5, 5, that is total 15. Why 15? So because m value is 3 and n value is 5. So 3 into 5 is nothing but 15. So 15 times the inner statement has got executed, whereas these outer statements will get executed only m times. So this is how the nested loop works. We'll take another example and then see it. Before that, we'll see the output of this program. Fine, here I have taken I equals to 1, I is less than 3, I plus plus, printf high percentage di. So this one is an outer loop statement, and even this printf by is an outer loop statement, and whereas this printf is an inner loop statement. Okay, so it will display high 1 and j will start from 1, it will go up to 5 and then display both I and j value. So I value is 1, 1 and 1 will display second time 1 and 2, 1 and 3. When you come out of the loop, that time it will display by I, and then it goes back and then increment the I value. Let's see the output of it. Run the code. You can see here high 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3 up to 1, 5. And then it has come out of the inner loop and displayed here. After coming out of this inner loop, this j loop, that time it will display by I. And then again high 2, then 2, 1, 2, 2 up to 2, 5, then it will display by 2. High 3 and then display 1 to 5 and then by 3. How many times high has been displayed here? High 1, high 2 and high 3. That means 3 times. That means here I loop is going for 3 times. That is m times. Then m times this outer loop statements. Even including by, you check out 1, 2 and 3. Whereas printf I and j is displayed here 5 plus 5 plus 5. That is total 15. That's because I is going for 3 times and j is going for up to 5 times. 3 5s are 15 times. So let's run this program line by line and then see how it is going to work. You can watch the value of both I and j. I'll press F7. Start with this. I value is 1. That means it has entered into the outer loop. And first it has to display a printf I. So I value is displayed. You can see the output here. You got an I 1. Next is, now it will get into the for j loop, inner loop. So you can check out j value is equals to 1. And then printf I and j. So it will display both 1 and 1. And now when it goes back and increment j value, so j value becomes 2. You are in the inner loop now. Printf I and j. So 1 and 2 is displayed. That is you will not go to the I loop. You are there inside the j loop. It will first finish off all the 5 times this inner loop, and then when it comes out after going back with the outer loop, that time it will increment the I value. Here at present I value is 1, whereas j value is 2. Keep on pressing F7. So I is 3, 4, I is 1 and j is 5. Now I becomes 6, and then check the condition. That time it comes out of this loop. You can see this arrow here. Now it has come out, and now it is going to display by I. That is nothing but is nothing but by 1. So now it has gone back with the I loop, and it will increment the I value. Check out the I value here. I'll press F7. I value becomes 2 and printf high 2. Now it will once again gets into the for loop. When it gets into the for loop, once again it will execute expression 1. It's a fresh entry of an j loop. So j value has been initialized to 1. So that is j is 1. It's getting into the j loop here. Okay, and this time it will display 2 1 2, 2, 2, 3. You are there inside the inner loop itself. When it's 6, comes out and then go with the next I. I value is now this time it's going to be incremented by 1. This will become here 3. Again high 3, get into the J value. So this will keep on displaying it 4, 5. When you come out, printf, then go back. This time the outer loop is going to be false because I value when you increment it becomes 4, but 4 is less than or equal to 3 condition is false, comes out and then stops the program. Okay, and you can check the output. Got that. This is how the nested loop works. The inner loop will get executed only after coming out of inner loop, then it goes with the outer. So let's try out a few examples in the next sessions.